Adonis here. Just got off of work. Day wasn't too bad. So in the morning when I woke up, not too bad. With my migraine, I thought it was gonna dissipate. And then like the first hour when I got to work, I felt the tension on both sides. I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy. This is not a good start for the day, right? And thing is, I know I mentioned this prior. I don't want to take medication because obviously it damages your liver, hurts it. So, but I mean, when you get to that point where you know it's coming in, that pain, and it was getting pretty like up there very fast. I gotta take something. So I took another because the medication I take is a Cetrin, but because you're not supposed to take like two within 24 hours. So this is my second one, I guess from yesterday, right? And was like, look, I gotta take it, like, do it now, like, before it gets way worse. And not to knock on wood, there's no wood, of course, around me, but most of it's dissipated. I can feel a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's a bad thing that sometimes you feel like you're always in pain, so it's kind of hard to tell if you're in pain or not. But I mean, I can feel something like behind my eye, like some sort of pain. It's like a minuscule, like a two, right? Um, and so that's the thing. Like in the morning, it was like a six approaching to a seven. Like, oh god, yeah, it was. It's weird though. Like, really didn't like kick in till I, got to work. So just like I don't know. Um, so hopefully, because I did go to sleep early yesterday because I was like, I don't want to stay up and like have it get worse. Um, so far so good. Today's day wasn't too bad. I just had my DM, my FSM come. It was like 15 minutes or so just to check out the site and see if any issues and whatnot. Um, but yeah, no, it was pretty tame. You can say that. But it was just something. We were talking about some stuff on the properties needing to be fixed and whatnot. But besides that, nothing much. Pretty chill day. Uh, tomorrow, tomorrow's the big 1-0, right? Tomorrow is the day I trade this sucker out with my new one. The only thing is, granted, I don't know what time I'm gonna get the call or whatnot, because um, I don't know, like, because I'm assuming it's like in the morning, like soon after they open, right? But I could, well, for all I know, it could be in the afternoon, which would suck. But hey, I mean, got no control. But so this is my first time like doing the pre-order, so I have no idea how it works, like how long it takes. Um, and like I said, for all I know, it could be an afternoon. Hopefully not. But AT&T, they open up at 10, so I'm gonna give them an hour. So obviously you'll know where your stock's at. Where the phones are at. So I'll probably call them around 11 if I don't get a call from that time, just so I can kind of have like an idea of like when they may get the shipment if they haven't gotten it at that point. And then kind of just base my day around that. Because like the main thing besides that is just getting my new tags from my truck, and then going to the gym, right? But obviously, this is all kind of centering around when the phones come in, because it's going to take me like 20-25 minutes to get to the AT&T site, and then drive there back. Like, it's going to vary. Like, oh, but sorry, I was looking behind me. I was like, that truck just gunned the red light. But yeah, I mean, it's going to vary, right? So for me, like so, my son is when when the what do you call it, the phones arrive. I'm just revolving my day around that. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, tomorrow is finally a day, and then at some point later this week, the Pros 3 should get shipped out by Amazon. I don't know if like it just gets delivered or like it just gets shipped. I'm not too sure. I actually haven't checked on Amazon, but I would assume it gets shipped, which probably I don't know like how that works. Maybe it's like a next day shipping type of thing. I don't know. Uh, but I mean, obviously, I'll have to see. But I mean, that's not till Saturday, right? So not like a big rush there. And for me, I'm going to try them out, see how they are, and then like so I'm probably going to sell my pros too, and then kind of go from there. The one thing wanted to talk about just like for record wise, I'm currently selling my old Series 3, and like I want to sell my old Series 3, and for me, because I'm selling it for $80, but it's with the case, with the box, what do you call it, the charger and everything, right? And then those 2 days ago, someone's like 60. No, someone first said 50. I'm like, no, 70. Like let's meet in the middle, 60. I'm like, no, 70. Take it or leave it, right? And I'm not thinking like maybe I should have just took the 60. It's $60 more than I had, but then it's like, well, $80 more. I got $20 extra from that. I'll be $80 more than what I had versus 60, right? Uh, I don't know. It's just like, uh, I mean, for me, my main thing, because I have it here in the truck. My only thing is, I think that washed out because obviously it's old model, so the battery doesn't last. Although I fully charge it, you gotta like consistently charge it. So the only thing is, well, with the charger, I can just charge it up for a little bit, just so when I do sell it, like, hey, it's on. Like, you just gotta connect and whatnot. I'm wondering, I was like, should I have just took the $60 and just sold it and just be done with it? Yeah, but I mean, I was looking, I'm like $60. That's like not lowballing it. I mean, I don't know. Mm, maybe I should have took the 60 just to been done with it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure someone else will reach out, but it's kind of like because like for me, in a way, it wasn't because I mean I had that watch in a drawer or in a tote, I should say, for like years. My Apple Watch 3, so like it was there just doing nothing. So like getting $60 or it just collecting dust. I mean that's a pretty good deal, but it's like look, I'm offering the case and the charger with it. Like I guess when I say the case, I mean the box that came with, like the original. Like some people collect that, so I'm like, hey, you get the original box, the charger with it, and like granted, people may not care for that, but it's like, well, that's why I'm offering it as a whole. That's why I'm pricing it at 80. Which granted, I'll come down to 70, but obviously if you price at 70, people are gonna want to go below that. So if you price it high, it's it's um it's my anchor, right? Obviously, I'm not gonna price like a $90 or $100. Which granted, like, yeah, if you price at 100 and they pay you 80 or even 70, that's where you want. That's what you wanted. But it's like, well, kind of like overshooting it. If you're like $100 for like an old one, when I can get a new one for like $30 off of someone, that doesn't make sense, right? Um, so you gotta like, I mean, for me, I'm just trying to think like pricing it, and then just I would say it's a reasonable price, and then obviously go down $10. Like that's my anchor. Like 70, I'm fine with, right? 60 is kind of like, I wasn't satisfied with the 60, but thinking I was like, man, I could just sold it, be done with it. Just got $60, right? I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things, just kind of because like right now I'm selling some old gym equipment I bought that I never used, right? I have it back in my truck, and because I priced it at 80, right? Which the main set I paid $80 for, and then I also have like this like floor mat, not floor mat, but a mat you can exercise in, like this app cruncher uh, product that pretty much are free included at this point. I'm like, look, I can at least get my own $80 back from what I paid. And that's the thing, like, because I bought it. If you're asking, if you're thinking why did I buy it if I never used it, it's like, well, this is when I started to going to the gym. I'm like, look, on my days off, I go to the gym, and like the days I work, I can work out at home. Which, yeah, yeah, for most people, that's not a thing because I was like, yeah, I just I just never got around to it, or just felt like doing it, right? That's on me. But it's like, man, like I spent $100+ for nothing essentially because I never used it. So like for me, it's like if I can at least get $80 out of it, I'll be satisfied, right? So but I'm still in the process of trying to sell it. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't know. For me, it's just I don't know. I'm just thinking like the watch. The guy, the last person I talked to or was messaging, it was like, look, 60. Let's meet halfway. And I mean, he was the one. He was the only person that like we were like. It was what I take that back. There was a lady last week that was like going back and forth with me about. The only thing is, for her, she couldn't make time to show up. So like my day off, I was like last week. I was like, hey, we can meet here at this location, and she never showed up or anything, or at least responded back like, yeah, let's meet up there, and then that was the end of it. So it's like, well, okay. So yeah, because I got those two. I'm selling like those two sets of products, and then a dehumidifier, which no one's responded to me or reached out to me about, but that one I bought it. I used it just to see if it worked, but I mean, it was just one of those things where I don't know. I think it was like discounted on Amazon. I was just interested and just bought it, like wasting money, right? Essentially. So that's why using credit cards is very bad because you'll just be spending money because if you're paying cash, it's a whole different story. But when you're spending on a credit card, it just that money flies. You don't see it. You just pay it off later on. Deadly, deadly, right there. Um, so lesson learned there. But just better buying habits. You have better buying habits, that's for sure. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. If anyone has any bad buying habit experiences, definitely let me know. Otherwise, that'll be it for today. So tomorrow, um, I wonder how different it's gonna be when I'm recording off the Pro 17 tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see. Uh, Take care. Till tomorrow.